Hello everyone. Welcome to the Welcome to the Poetry Club at the Facebook Live, and I'm glad y'all made it today. Okay. I hope you all had a great week this week. Um. Okay. I'm gonna read Gary's poem. Money has spoiled, and that's our theme poem for the club. Okay. Okay. Money has spoiled by Gary A. Snyder. Okay. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. Okay, and okay, okay, um, okay. Hello. Okay, mm, okay, okay, okay. Um, thank you. Okay, let me get. I've had it here, but I had to get it again. I lost it up here. I'm gonna play Jerry's song "Before I Met You." Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary. Okay, here he is. I hope y'all can hear Andy. This. Hello. I thought I might play a little song tonight. It's called Before I Met You. Perfect. All righty. I'm going to have Noreen hold this phone while I play the song. Yep. Okay, here she is. Here he is. I thought I'd seen pretty girls in my time. That was before I met you. I never saw one that I wanted for mine. That was before I met you. I thought I was swinging the world by the tail. I thought I could never be blue. I thought I'd been kissed and I thought I'd been loved. But that was before I met you. I wanted to ramble and always be free. That was before I met you. I said that no woman could ever hold me. That was before I met you. Where the hell am I at? I thought I was swinging the world by the tail. Okay. I thought I could never be blue. I thought I'd been kissed and I thought I'd been loved. But that was before I met you. They tell me I must reap just what I've sown. Darling, I hope that's not true. Once I made plans about living alone. That was before I met you. I thought I was swinging the world by the tail. I thought I could never be blue. I thought I'd been kissed and I thought I'd been loved. But that was before I met you. End of song.
That was beautiful.
Well, thank you.
I like that.
Yeah, I had a caught me on kind of a quickie. It's been a while since I played, so
That was beautiful.
I said back to a musician now.
Yeah, and that was Gary doing Before I Met You, and he was doing it on Rebirth when they had Rebirth years ago, and Andy Scott, he was a host, and hello Laura, um okay, and it's nice, okay, it's an honor to have you here, um okay. Hello, Laura. It's an honor to have you here. Welcome to the Facebook Live. And hello, Bernadette. Hello, it's an honor to have you here. And to the Facebook Live. Hello, Robbie. It's an honor. Welcome here to the Facebook Live. It's an honor. Okay. And and hello, Diggy. Okay. Okay. Let me get. And hello, Diggy. Welcome to the Facebook Live, and it's an honor to have you here. Okay. And Bernadette says, honored to be here with you. Love the music. Thank you, Bernadette. Okay. 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 Oh, okay, let me, because there was some said that sounded, okay, and oh yeah, here's one that said that, a Facebook user said that sounded great. And, it might be, that might be Robbie. And hello, folks. That could be Bernadette. And one says hi, Noreen at the very beginning. That could be Laura Blevins. And Laura Blevins is my cousin. And Richard Huggindobler, that's my brother. And Bernadette Celine is my friend. And we went to school together. And also she's a poet and musician. So so and then Robbie, he's a poet, and you can say he's a musician too. Cause you all seen him on the show. Have a chat with poet Noreen. Okay, and check him out too. Oh, okay, that was you, Doreen. Okay, hello, Doreen, and welcome. Doreen is my cousin. Okay, and Mark is my cousin too. Welcome, Doreen and Mark, and it's an honor to have you all here. Welcome to the Port Facebook Live. Okay. Uh, okay. Let me okay, get this up here real quick and we'll get started. Okay. Get started. Oh. Okay. There it is. Okay. 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 Oh, okay. Okay, I got it now. And oh yeah, and welcome Emlia and Emlia T. Davis. She's a poet. She's my friend. She's a poet. So check her out because you all are all my friends in my family too. So welcome and welcome Emlia, and it's an honor to have you here. Okay, welcome. Okay, and okay, I'll put up here so okay, let me get this. Oh, I don't think that's gonna work right there. Okay, okay, that way I can see this. Okay, okay. And sorry about that, you all. I took a little few more minutes. Okay. Oh, thank you, Doreen. Okay. And Doreen said that was me, Doreen. Okay. I think I already told that. Okay. And hi, Noreen. That would be that'd be Doreen. Okay. Thank you. Hello, Doreen. And Doreen said it's an honor to be here. Okay. Thank you, Doreen. And hello. And it's an honor to have you here too. Okay. And keep your and keep praying for my friend Bernadette Celine, her brother Joe the poet, and he's in the hospital still. And please pray for him; he'll get well. Okay, and I hope one day I can meet Joe the poet, her brother, and see Bernadette. 'Cause we haven't seen each other in years. One day I hope so. Okay, and okay, and also pray for Max Winnett. If you all remember right, Max Winnett was our co-host for my co-host for the 100,000 Posts for Change. She lives in she lives in okay, and she gets Max Winnett was in Kissimmee, Florida, and her and her sister Denise they was in that hurricane, and they lost everything. The only thing they had left was what they had on their back. So please pray for them. And I think she's going to leave from here. I think I'm not really sure, but to pray that everything turned out all right for her. She lost everything, and the whole apartment complex was destroyed. Everybody on that apartment complex lost everything. They had to be rescued by one of them tractors. You know, they had that scoop. You know, where they can go in one of them things. I don't know what I can't remember what you call them. Okay. And Bernadette said, "Thank you, everyone. My brother is a poet. We'll get together soon. That'd be awesome." Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna read from this book, um, love poems, selected by David Stanford Burr. Okay. Okay. Oh, because I know y'all can't see this, can you? Um. Okay. Okay. And the first one is here with a loaf of bread beneath the bow by Omar Khayyam. Okay. Here with a loaf of bread beneath the bow, a flask of wine, a book of verse, and thou beside me, singing in the wilderness. And wilderness is paradise now. The end. And it's translated from the Pixian by Edward Fitzgerald, and it's written and it's here with a loaf of bread beneath the bow by Omar Khayyam. Okay, and the next one is Rose More. Um, wow. Oh, what a bells the sceptred race! Oh, what the born divine! What every virtue, every grace! Rose Eimer, all were thine, Rose Eimer, whom these wakeful eyes may weep, but never see, a night of memories and of sighs, I consecrate to thee. The end. And that was Walter. Okay, that was by Walter Savage Landor. Rose Abner. Okay. And next one is You Smiled, You Spoke, and I Believed by Walter Savage Landor. You smiled, you spoke, and I believed. By every word and smile deceived. Another man would hope no more. Now hope nor hope I what I hoped before, but let not this last wish be vain. Deceive me once again. The end. And that was You Smiled, You Spoke, and I Believed by Walter Savage Landor. Okay. And okay. Hello, Dickie. Okay, because that's my brother. Okay. Welcome, Dickie, to Facebook Live, and it's an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Okay. The next one is The Fan by Robert Lloyd. Okay. Okay. And Bernadette said, "Very nice. You smiled, and I believed." Yep. Yep. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bernadette. Okay. And the next one is called The Fan by Robert Lloyd. Okay. For various purpose serves the fan, as thus a decent blind between the sticks to peep at man, nor yet betray your mind. Each action has a meaning plain, resentments in the snap. A flirt expresses strong disdain, consent a tiny tap. All passions will be the fan disclose, all modes of female art, and to advantage sweetly choose the hand and not the heart. 'Tis folly's sceptre, first designed by love's capricious boy, who knows how lightly all mankind are governed by a toy. The end. Okay, and that was A Fan by Robert Lloyd. Okay, okay, and the next one is The Scrutiny by Richard Lovelace. Why should you swear I am forsworn, since thine I vow to be? Lady, it is already morn, and 'twas last night I swore to thee that fond impossibility. Have I not loved thee much and long, a tedious 12 hours space? I must all other beauties wrong, and rob thee of a new embrace. Could I still dote upon thy face? Not, but all joy in thy brown hair by others may be found, but I must search the black and fair, like skilful mineralist that sound for treasure in unplowed up ground. Then, if when I have loved my round, thou provest the pleasant she, with spoils of meaner beauties crowned, I laden will return to thee, Elvin sated with variety. The end. That was A Scrutiny by Richard Lovelace. Okay, and the next one is To Lucasta, Going to the Wars by Richard Lovelace. Tell me not, sweet, I am unkind, that from the nunnery of thy chaste breast and quiet mind to war and arms I fly. True, a new mistress now I chase, the first foe in the field, and with a stronger faith embrace, a sword, a horse, a shield. Yet this inconstancy is such as you too shall adore. I could not love thee, dear, so much. loved I not honor more. The end. And that was to Lou Costa, Going to the Wars by Richard Lovelace. Okay. And the next one is When When Delia on the Plain Appears by George Littleton. Okay. When Delia on the plain appears, awed by 1,000 tender fears, I would approach, but dare not move. Tell me, my heart, if this be love. Whenever she speaks, my ravished ear no other voice but hers can hear, no other wit but hers approve. Tell me, my heart, if this be love. If she some other youth commend, though I was once his fondest friend, his instant enemy I prove. Tell me, my heart, if this be love. When she is absent, I no more delight in all that pleased before the clearest spring or shadiest grove. Tell me, my heart, if this be love. When fond of power, of beauty vain, her nets she spreads for every swain. I strove to hate, but vainly strove. Tell me, my heart, if this be love. The end. And that was When Delia on the Plain Appears by George Littleton. Okay. And the next one is In Summer's Heat and Midtime of the Day by Christopher Marlowe. In summer's heat and midtime of the day, to rest my limbs upon the bed I lay, one window shut, the other open stood, which gave such light as twinkles in a wood, like twilight glimpse at setting of the sun, or night being past, and yet not day begun. Such light to shamefaced maidens must be shown, where they may sport and sing to the unknown. Then came Corina in a long loose gown, her white neck hid with recesses hanging down, resembling fair Semiramis going to bed, or lace of 1,000 wooers fed. I snatched her gown, being thin. The harm was small, yet strive she to be covered therewithal. And in striving this, as one that would be cast, betrayed herself, and yielded at the last. Stark naked as she stood before mine eye, not one when in her body could I spy. What arms and shoulders did I touch and see? How apt her breasts were to be pressed by me. How smooth a belly on her waist saw I, how large a leg, and what a lusty thigh. To lead the rest, all liked me passing well. I clinged her naked body, down she fell. Judge you the rest, being tired, she bade me kiss. Job send me more such afternoons as this. And it's translated from the, I think it said Latin. Okay, and that was by Christopher Marlowe. In Summer's Heat and Midtime of the Day. Okay, and Doreen said that was great. Thank you, Doreen. Okay. Um, and the next one is A Passionate Shepherd to His Love. Come live with me and be my love. Oh, this is by Christopher Marlowe. Okay. Okay, The Passionate Shepherd to His Love. Come live with me and be my love, and we will all the pleasures prove that hills and valleys, dales and fields, or woods or steepy mountain yields. And we will sit upon the rocks and see the shepherds feed their flocks by shallow rivers, to whose falls melodious birds sing madrigals. And I will make thee bed of roses, and 1,000 fragrant posies, a cup of flowers, and a kirtle, embroidered all with leaves of myrtle, a gown made of the finest wool, which from our pretty lambs we pull, fair lined slippers for the cold, with buckles of the purest gold, a belt of straw and ivy buds, with coral clasps and amber studs. And if these pleasures may thee move, come live with me and be my love. The shepherd of swains shall dance and sing for thy delight each May morning. If these delights thy mind may move, then live with me and be my love. The end. And that was The Passionate Shepherd to His Love by Christopher Marlowe. Okay. And the next one is from the Tragical History of Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. Okay. Was this a face that launched 1,000 ships and burnt the topless towers of the Ilium? Sweet Helen, make me immortal with a kiss. Her lips suck forth my soul. See, where is it? Where it flies? Come, Helen, come, give me my soul again. Here will I dwell, for heaven is in these lips. And all this dross that is not Helena, I will be Paris, and for love of thee, instead of Troy, shall Rothenberg be sacked. And I will combat with weak Menelaus, and wear thy colours on my plumed crest. Yes, I will wound Archilles in the heel, and then return to Helen for a kiss. Oh, thou art fairer than the evening air, clad in the beauty of 1,000 stars. Brighter art thou than flaming Jupiter when he appeared to hapless Semele, more lovely than the monarch of the sky, and wanton Arethusa's azured arms, and home, but and none but thou shalt be my paramour. The end. And that was from the Tragical History of Dr. Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. Okay. Okay. Well, hello, Kim. Kim said, hi, Noreen. Love you. I love you too, Kim. And Kim is my sister. Okay. And welcome, Kim, to the Facebook Live. And it's an honor to have you here. Okay. 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 And we got one more. And it'll be the last one from this book for today. The definition of love. My love is of a birth as rare as 'tis for objects strange and high. It was begotten by despair upon impossibility. Magnanimous despair alone could show me so divine a thing, where feeble hope could never have flown, but vainly flapped its tinsel wing. And yet I quickly might arrive where my extended soul is fixed. But fate does iron wedges drive, and always crowds itself betwixt. For fate with jealous eye does see two perfect loves, nor let them close. Their union would her union be, and her tyrannic power depose, and therefore her decrees of steel you us as a distant poles have placed, though love's whole world on us doth wheel, know by themselves to be embraced. Okay. Unless the giddy heaven fall, and earth some new convulsion tear, and as to us to join, the world shall all be cramped into a planisphere. As lines so love oblique may well themselves in every angle greet, but ours so truly parallel, though infinite can never meet. Therefore the love which us doth bind, but fate so endlessly debars, in the conjunction of the mind and a position of the stars. The end. And that was Definition of Love by Andrew Margot. Okay, that'll be it for now. And then and next week we'll continue it. We're over halfway with this book, so we're right here. So we got that much more to go. That much more. That much. So we still got a ways to go. But okay. But we made it over halfway already. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to read from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's book. Okay. Uder Mur. And this is a really an old book. We got it years ago. Gary and I did, and this came in 1866 before the copyright. They had the copyright. Okay, and this is the chapter 17th, a tailor's door. And remember, last week we talked about Spain. The chapter was Spain. This week is a tailor's door. Okay, and the quote under it, it says, "Oh, I won't read the quote because that's another language I can't read. Sorry about that, you all. This chapter 17, a tailor's drawer. Okay. A tailor's drawer, did you say? Yes, a tailor's drawer. It is, indeed, rather a quaint rubric for a chapter in the Pilgrim's Breviary, albeit it well befits the motley character of the following pages. It is a title which the Spaniards give to a desultory discourse, wherein various and discordant themes are touched upon, and which is crammed full of little shreds and passages of erudition, and certainly it is not inappropriate to a chapter whose contents are of every shape and hue, and do no more adhere and keep pace together than the 100th song to the tune of green sleeves. It is recorded in the adventures of Gil Blas de Santillana that when this renowned personage first visited the city of Madrid, he took he took lodgings at the house of Mateo Melendez in the Puerta del Sol. In choosing a place of abode in the Spanish court, I followed, as far as practicable, this illustrious example, but as the kind-hearted Mateo had been long gathered to his fathers, I was content to take up my residence in the hired house of Valentin Gonzalez at the foot of the Calle de la Montera. My apartments were in the third story, above the dust, though not beyond the rattle of the street, and my balconies looked down into the Puerta del Sol, the heart of Madrid, through which circulates the living current of its population, at least once every 24 hours. The Puerta del Sol is a public square from which diverge the five principal streets of the metropolis. It is a great rendezvous of grave and gay, of priest and layman, of gentle and simple, the mart of business and of gossip, the place where the creditor seeks his debtor, where the lawyer seeks his client, where the stranger seeks amusement, where the friend seeks his friend, and the foe his foe, where the idler seeks the sun in winter, and the shade in summer, and the busybody seeks the daily news, and picks up the crumbs of gossip to fly away with them in his beak to the tertulia of Dona Paquita. Tell me, ye who have sojourned in foreign lands, and know in what bubbles a traveller's happiness consists, Is it not a blessing to have your window overlook a scene like this? Okay. Um, Hello, Donna. Welcome. Okay. Welcome to Facebook Live. Here at the Poetry Club. Thank you for making it. It's an honor to have you here. Okay. Okay. There. Okay. And Donna's a good friend of mine. We met on the bus when I used to go visit Gary. We became friends. Her and her husband and her daughter. So welcome you all. And her daughter is going to be a great poet too. Yeah. And she already is. She's really good what she does. Yeah. Okay. There. Take that chair up. Take that chair upon the balcony, and let us look down upon the busy scene beneath us. What a continued roar the crowded thoroughfare sends up! Though they're 3 stories high, we can hardly hear the sound of our own voices. The London cries are whispers when compared with the cries of Madrid. See, yonder stalks a gigantic peasant of New Castile, with a montera cap, brown jacket and breeches, and coarse blue stockings, forcing his way through the crowd, and leading a donkey laden with charcoal, whose sonorous bray is in unison with the harsh voice of his master. Close at his elbow goes a rosy-cheeked damsel selling calico. She is an Asturian from the mountains of Santander. How do you know? By her short yellow petticoats, her blue bodice, her coral necklace, and earrings. Through the middle of the square struts a peasant of old Castile, with his yellow leather jerkin strapped about his waist, his brown leggings, and his blue garters, driving before him a flock of gabbling turkeys, and crying at the top of his voice, "Payo, payo, pabito, pao." Next comes a Valencian with his loose linen trousers and sandal shoon, holding a huge sack of watermelons upon his shoulder with his left hand, and with his right balancing high in air a specimen of the luscious fruit, upon which is perched a little pyramid of the crimson pulp, while he tempts the passers-by with a cala y calando, um, un- una Sonia, okay. Sonido, Benedio, si esta es sangre by the slice. Come and try it. Watermelon for sale. This is blood. His companion near him has a pair of scales thrown over his shoulders and holds both arms full of muskmelons. He chimes into the harmonious ditty with Nello, Nello Magnitos. Um, Aquí está el astado. Okay. Melons, here is the sugar. Oh, azucard, that's what it is. Okay, azucard. Melons, here's the sugar. Behind them creeps a slow-moving Asturian in heavy wooden shoes, crying watercresses, and a peasant woman from the Guadalajara mountains, with a montera cooked up in front, and a blue kerchief tied under her chin. Okay. Swings. Okay. 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 Swings in each hand a bunch of live chickens that hang by the claws, head downwards, fluttering, scratching, crowing with all their might, while the good woman tries to drown their voices in the discordant cry of "Quien ne compra un gallo, un par de gallinas, who buys a cook a pair of fowls, that till okay, that tall fellow in blue with a pot of flowers upon his shoulder is a wag beyond all dispute. See how cunningly he cocks his eye up at us and cries, "See yo, the Vieta balcony, if I only had a balcony." What next? A manchego with a sack of oil under his arm, a gallego with a huge water jar upon his shoulders, an Italian peddler with images of saints and Madonnas, a racer grinder with his wheel, a member of Possum. Wait, you all excuse me because I don't have my prescription glasses. They're still broken. I haven't got them fixed yet, so I'm using my reading glasses. They're not all that great, but well, I'm managing. That's why I'm having a hard time. So excuse me, you all. Okay, okay. A meander of pots and kettles, making music as he goes, with a shovel and a frying pan, and in fine, a noisy patchwork, ever-changing crowd, whose discordant cries mingle with the rumbling of wheels, the clatter of hoofs, and the clang of church bells, and make the Puerta del Sol at certain hours of the day like a street in Babylon the Great. Okay. Um, Okay, and Donna said, "Thank you, Noreen. That's so sweet. You're very welcome, Donna." Okay, and Kim said, "What happened to your glasses?" Well, they've been broken for a long time now, and like the part like this part up in there. So I'm gonna have to get to the eye doctor, and it's confusing right now going to any doctor right now because I just started Medicare. And I tell you what, and I prefer the county plan. I was on Polk County health Polk healthcare plan. I prefer that over Medicare and Medicaid because well, I'm not used to it yet, so I'll get used to it. I hope so. So it's hard to get adjusted to it because I got used to Polk healthcare plan and it was simple. And Kim said maybe Andy can fix it when you come over. Oh, that'd be awesome if you can. Okay, I'll bring it with me and my eyeglass kit too. Okay, thank you, Kim. Okay, um, okay. Chiton, a beautiful girl with flaxen hair, blue eyes, in the form of a fairy, and a midsummer night's dream, had just stepped out on the balcony beneath us. See how coquettishly she crosses her arms upon the balcony, thrusts her dainty little foot through the bars, and plays with her slipper. She is in Andalusian from Malaga. Her brother is a bold dragon and wears a long sword, so beware, and let not the creaking of shoes and the rustling of silks betray thy poor heart to woman. Her mother is a vulgar woman, fat and 40, eats garlic in her salad, and smokes cigars. But mind, that is a secret. I tell it to you in confidence. The following little ditty I translate from the Spanish. It is as delicate as a dewdrop. She is a maid of artless grace, gentle gentle in form and fair of face. Tell me, thou ancient mariner, that sailest on the sea, if ship or shell or evening star be half so fair as she. Tell me, thou gallant cavalier, whose shining arms I see, if steed or sword or battlefield be half so fair as she. Tell me, thou swain, that guardest thy flock beneath the shadowy tree, if flock or dell or mountain ridge be half as fair as she. Okay. Okay. And and Bernadette said, "You are doing a great job. Love your platform." Oh, thank you, Bernadette. Thank you very much. Okay. And Kim said, "You're welcome." Okay. And and Honey said, "I keep hitting love and like, but Facebook keeps deleting it. You're all awesome as always, Noreen." Oh, thank you, Honey, and welcome to the Facebook Live. And it's an honor to have you here. Yeah. Yeah, Facebook is getting really bad now. I noticed that. Yeah. And thank you very much, honey. Okay. Okay. A miller had just passed by, covered with flour from head to foot, and perched upon the tip end of a little donkey, crying, "Or, okay, let me see. Abro barrio," and at every cry, swinging a cudgel in his hand, and giving the ribs of the poor beast what in the vulgar dialect is called a. Let me see. Wow. Okay, let me see if this is any better. Um, Not well. I'll just stick with these. Okay, okay, uh, and Facebook user said, "Hi, Noreen. Hello. Let me know who you are because I look over here and I don't see it. Um, is that is that you, Dickie? Okay, is that you, Dickie? Um, I think it is. Hello, Dickie. Welcome to Facebook Live here in at the Poetry Club, and it's an honor to have you here. And Dickie's my brother. Okay. Um. Okay. Abra burrito, and at every cry swinging a cudgel in his hand, and giving the ribs of the poor beast what in the vulgar dialect is called a. I can't see. That word is blurry for some reason. That's just that one word. Um, Look like it says from here. Look. Well, let me skip that word because I can't. That's blurry to me there. Okay, I could not help laughing, though I felt provoked with the fellow for his cruelty. The truth is, I have great regard for a jackass whose meekness and patience and long suffering are very amiable qualities, and considering his situation worthy of all praise. In Spain, a donkey plays a conspicuous a part as a priest on a or a village alcalde. There would be no getting along without him, and yet, who so beaten and abused as he? Here comes a gay gallant with a white kid gloves and an eyeglass, a black cane with a white ivory pommel, and a little hat cocked pertly on one side of his head. He is an exquisite fop and a great ladies' man. You will always find him on the Prado at sunset, when the crowd and dust are thickest, ogling through his glass, flourishing his cane, and humming between his teeth some favorite air of the Semiramis or the Barber of Seville. He is a great amateur and patron of the Italian opera, beats time with his cane, nods his head and cries bravo, and fancies himself in love with the prima donna. The height of his ambition is to be thought the gay Lothario, the gallant Don Cortejo of his little sphere. He is a poet withal, and daily besieges the heart of the cruel Dona Inez with sonnets and madrigals. She turns a deaf ear to his song, and is inexorable. Mas get no sea, mas padosa, a dos escuelos in presa. No pueda said. What a contrast between this personage and the sallow, emaciated being who is now crossing the street. It is a barefooted Carmelite, a monk of an austere order, wasted by midnight vigils and long penance. Abstinence is written on that pale cheek, and the bowed head and downcast eye are in accordance with the meek profession of a mendicant brotherhood. What is this world to thee, thou man of penitence and prayer? What hast thou to do with all this busy, turbulent scene about thee, with all the noise and gaiety and splendor of this thronged city? Nothing. The wide world gives thee nothing save thy daily crust, thy crucifix, thy convent cell, thy pallet of straw. Pilgrim of heaven, thou hast no home on earth. Thou art journeying onward to a house not made with hands, and like the first apostles of thy faith, and like the first apostles of thy faith, thou takest neither gold, nor silver, nor brass, nor scrip for thy journey. Thou hast shut thy heart to the endearments of earthly love. Thy shoulder beareth not the burden with thy fellow man. And all this vast crowd, thou hast no friends, no hopes, no sympathies. Thou standest aloof from man, and art thou near God? I know not. Thy motives, thy intentions, thy desires are registered in heaven. I am thy fellow man, and not thy judge. Okay. Who is the greater, said the German moralist? The wise man who lifts himself above the storm of time, and from aloof looks down upon them, and yet takes no part therein, or he who, from the height of quiet and repose, throws himself boldly into the battle tumult of the world. Glorious is it when the eagle through the beating tempest flies into the bright blue heaven upward, but far more glorious when passing in the blue sky over the black storm of bias. He plunges downward to his eyrie on the cliff, where cower his unfledged brood and tremble. Okay. Sultry grows the day, and breathless The lately crowded street is silent and deserted. Hardly a footfall, hardly here and there a solitary figure stealing along in the narrow strip of shade beneath the caves. Silent too, and deserted, is a Puerta del Sol, so silent that even at this distance the splashing of its fountain is distinctly audible, so deserted that not a living thing is visible there, save the outstretched and athletic form of a Galician water carrier who lies asleep upon the pavement in the cool shadow of the fountain. There is not air enough to stir the leaves of the jasmine upon the balcony or break the thin column of smoke that issues from the cigar of Don Diego, master of the noble Spanish tongue. Y hombre de de muchos dingo dargos. He sits bolt right upright between the window and the door, with the collar of his snuff-colored frock thrown back upon his shoulders, and his toes turned out like a dancing master, poring over the diar, the dar, the Diario del Madrid to learn how high the thermometer rose yesterday, what patron saint has a festival today, and at what hour tomorrow the King of Spain, Jerusalem, and the Canary Islands will take his departure for the gardens of Aranjuez. You have a proverb in your language, Don Diego, which says, Después de comer, ni un sobrescrito leer. After dinner, read not even the superscription of a letter. I shall obey, and indulge in the exquisite luxury of a siesta. I confess that I love this after dinner nap. If I have a gift, a vacation for anything, it is for sleeping, and from my heart I can say with honest, Sancho, blessed be the man that first invented sleep, and a sultry clime too, where the noontide heat unmans you, and the cool starry night seems made for anything but slumber. I am willing to barter an hour or two of intense daylight for an hour or two of tranquil, lovely dewy night. Therefore, Don Diego, hasta la vista. Okay. 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 It is evening. The day is gone. Fast gather and deepen the shades of twilight. In the words of a German allegory, the babbling day has touched the hem of night's garment, and weary and still drops asleep in her uh, bassoon. Okay. Okay. The city awakens from its slumber. The convent bells ring solemnly and slow. The streets are thronged again. Once more I hear the shrill cry, the rattling wheel, the murmur of the crowd. The blast of a trumpet sounds from the Puerta del Sol, then the tap of a drum. A mounted guard opens the way. The crowd doff their hats, and the king sweeps by in a gilded coach drawn by six horses and followed by a long train of uncouth, antiquated vehicles drawn by mules. The living tide now sets toward the Prado and the beautiful gardens of the Riero. Beautiful are they at this magic hour, beautiful with the almond tree in blossom, with the broad green leaves of the sycamore and the chestnut, with the fragrance of the orange and the lemon, and with the beauty of 1,000 flowers, with the soothing calm and the dewy freshness of evening. I love to linger on the Prado till the crowd is gone, and the night for dance. There, musing alone I sit, and listen to the lulling fall of waters in their marble fountains, and watch the moon as it rises over the gardens of the Vivero, brighter than a northern sun. The beautiful scene lies half in shadow, itself half in light, almost a fairyland. Occasionally the sound of a guitar or distant voice breaks in upon my reverie. Then the form of a monk from the neighboring convent sweeps by me like a shadow and disappears in the gloom of the leafy avenues, and far away from the streets of the city comes the voice of the watchman telling the midnight hour. Lovely art thou, O night, beneath the skies of Spain. Day, panting with heat, and laden with 1,000 cares, tolls onward like a beast of burden. But night, calm, silent, holy night, is a ministering angel that cools with its dewy breath the toll-heated brow, and, like the Roman sisterhood, stoops down to bathe the pilgrim's feet. How grateful is the starry twilight! How grateful the gentle radiance of the moon! How grateful the delicious coolness of the omnipresent and deep breathing air! Lovely art thou, O night, beneath the skies of Spain. The end. Okay, and the end of the chapter 17. We're over halfway with this book, and this is okay. And the next chapter is that'll be chapter 18, and it would be ancient Spanish ballads. Okay. And and I was reading from Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's book Uter Mur, and this is like this is a prose, what you call a prose. Okay. Okay. Okay, and now we're going to discuss a new poet form called Monchielle, Monchielle. The Monchielle. I meant to look that up, and I actually didn't get to look it up and make sure I'm pronouncing it right. So I apologize if I pronounced it wrong. The Monchielle form was created by Jean T. Henriksen. It consists of 4 stanzas with 5 lines in each stanza. The first line repeats in each stanza. Each line consists of 6 syllables, and lines 3 and 5 rhyme. The rhyme scheme is capital. Okay, when I say capital, the capital stands for the rhyming. I mean, not rhyming. The repeat. Okay, capital A, B, C, D, C, and that's in the first stanza. Second stanza is capital A, E, F, G, F. In the third stanza, capital A, H, I, J, I. And the fourth stanza is capital A, K, L, M, L. And if you continue, if you have the fifth stanza, it would be capital A, N, O, P, O, I think. Okay. And that was a Monchielle poetic form. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and today's word. Okay. Oh, for my poetic form, I got it from the shadowpoetry.com. I know it's an archive now. I don't think they do anything to it anymore, but it's still really a great website to go to. should look. You can see all these different forms and different things in there. Only thing that don't work is a magnetic portrait. I tried it, but they don't have it up there anymore. Okay. And all my words, I get it from wordgenius.com. And you can sign up on wordgenius.com and you'll get probably more than one email a day, every day. But you have so much information. You can learn so much from wordgenius.com. It's a really awesome site. Okay. And the word I got for today is leaf, Lief. When I look for these words, it don't have to be on this certain day, on this day like today. It could be a word from days ago. I get from them. So okay, and leaf is Lief. It is an adverb. Okay, Kim told me Kim said you're doing an awesome job. So proud of you. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you very much. Oh wait. Uh-oh. Thank you very much, Kim. Thank you. Okay. Okay. And it is an adverb. It is from the Old English 13th century. And definition is an archaic word now. And we don't use that, you don't hear that word anymore. Okay. And definition is an archaic as happily or as gladly. An example in a sentence, she would leave go wherever he asked her to. Okay. And at first glance, and Kim said, anytime, love you so much. Uh, Thank you, Kim. I love you too. Thank you very much. Okay. At first glance, leaf, Lief, can be easily confused for leaf, capital Leif, a male name of Scandinavian or origin that means hair, the Her. They're also homophones, words that are pronounced the same but have different meanings. The two most famous bearers of the name are Leif Erikson, a Norse explorer who is commonly thought to have been the first European to have set foot on continental North America long before Christopher Columbus, and Leif Garrett, a child actor turned pop teen idol sensation in the 70s. Oh, I remember him too. Leif Garrett, come to think of it. I remember him from the 70s. Okay. And I'm getting them from wordgenius.com. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. If you all don't mind, hold up for a second. I'm still going, because this coffee's not doing any good. I got my mouth is getting dry, and okay, I'll be right there. Okay. 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 And now I'm going to read from The love poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning. Okay. And the first one is Elizabeth Barrett Browning poem, Sonnet 10. Yet love, mere love, is beautiful indeed, and worthy of acceptation. Fire is bright, let temple burn or flax, and equal light leaps in the flame from cedar plank or weed. And love is fire, and when I say at need, I love thee, mark, I love thee in thy night. I stand transfigured, glorified aright, with conscience of the new rays that proceed out of my face toward thine. There's nothing low in love, when love the lowest, meanest creatures who love God, God accepts while loving so. And what I feel across inferior features of what I am, doth flash itself and show how that great work of love enhances natures. Okay, the end. And that was Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Sonnet 10. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, next. I'm gonna read um Robert Browning's poem Porphyria's Lover. Okay. The rain set early into night. The sullen wind was soon awake. It tore the elm tops down for spite, and did its worst to vex the lake. I listened with heart fit to break, when glided in Porphyria. Straight she shut the cold out and the storm, and kneeled and made the cheerless grate blaze up, and all the cottage warm. Which done, she rose, and from her form withdrew the dripping cloak and shawl, and laid her soiled gloves by, untied her hat, and let the damp hair fall. And last she sat down by my side and called me. When no voice replied, she put my arm about her waist, and made her smooth white shoulder bare, and all her yellow hair displaced, and stooping made my cheek lie bare, and spread over all her yellow hair, murmuring how she loved me, she too weak for all her heart's endeavor, to set its struggling pageant free from pride and vainer dissever, and give herself to me forever. But pageant sometimes would prevail, nor could tonight's gay feast restrain a sudden thought of one so pale, for love of her, and all in vain. So she was come through wind and rain. Be sure I looked up at her eyes, happy and proud. At last I knew Porphyria worshipped me. Surprise made my heart well, and still it grew, while I debated what to do. That moment she was mine, fair, perfectly pure and good. I found the thing to do, and all her hair in one long yellow string I wound 3 times her little throat around, and strangled her. No pain felt she. I am quite sure she felt no pain, as they shut bud the hose of thee. I wearily oped her eyelids. Again laughed the blue eyes without a stain. And I untightened next the tress about her neck. Her cheek once more blushed right beneath my burning kiss. I propped her head up as before, only this time my shoulder bore her head, with droop upon it still, the smiling, rosy little head, so glad it has its utmost will, that all it scorned at once is fed, and I is loved and am gained instead. Porphyria's love, she guessed now how, her darling me, which our darling one, which would be hers, and thus we sit together now, and all night long we have not stirred, and yet God has not said a word. The end. And that was um, Porphyria's Lover by Robert Browning. And it comes from this book, The Love Poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. I do have a poem, and I was outside last night because I put me a table out in the back. I fixed me a place up there. So now I want to sit outside now. Oh my God, it was so awesome. I even took a picture of me out there too, and even my cat Callie. And anyway, and I come up with this, and I'll be sitting out there more often now in the backyard. I can look at the trees and the sky. It was so awesome. And it's called In My Backyard. I've still got work to do on it, but this is what I have so far. It's not finished yet because I have to edit it, but this is what I have. Okay, in my backyard. Here outside I wait for a sign above for my Gary, and I just did within 5 minutes. Suddenly, a red cardinal appeared. I know he's near by my side. I rarely go outside, but after seeing a red cardinal, I'll be going outside more often, hopefully every day or evening. What a sight to behold! To see a red cardinal landing on the roof of our portable shed, to see other birds too, soaring from one limb to another. The end. That's what I have so far, but I'm not through yet. Okay. Okay. Oh, and I wasn't going to say anything yet, but you know what? You know, in the Bible, God said, "Don't go by these superstitions." I know, always said, "Don't you tell your projects ahead of time." But you know what? I'm going ahead to tell you all because I happened to remember a few minutes ago that we're not supposed to be worried like that. So I'm not going to believe in them superstitions anymore. I'm trying really hard not to believe in superstitions. So I'm going to tell you anyway. I did an interview yesterday with Dan Boyd. I am so excited about it. And we did it on Zoom, but it's not going to be on, you won't see on Zoom, it won't be no video. He's going to take the audio out and put it up there. And as soon as I get the link, I will share it with you all. He's a poet too. He's a senior citizen like me, and he's a poet, and he's the nicest man, and he is awesome. And anyway, did the interview, and we did it yesterday, and I hope he told me I did good. So as soon as I get it, I'll let y'all know. It's called The Boyd's Chronicle 2. Because he'll be launching it once again. And he said I'll be his first, I am his first guest on the show. That is, wow, that is awesome. No, wow. That is an honor. I never thought I'd be the first one of anybody's show, so that is an honor. So I'll let y'all know. And he has a book out too. I know I'm going to get it. Okay, let me look it up real quick if I can tell you all. Okay, it might take a while. I better not. It might take a while. Okay, but once I do, I'm going to share it on the Poetry Club and on my page too. Share his book because it's like for the how on getting older as you get older. That's what the book is all about. I'm gonna get it because it sounds like a really awesome book, and so I can't wait to get it. So okay, and I still can't find my page where I had all these shows I advertised, so I'm gonna have to look them up. I realize now I'm just gonna have to look them up again and do it again. But in the meantime, I did print this out of this for the anthology. Okay, let me see if I can read it because my okay, when I print this out, I didn't realize my ink was really low. Okay, here it is. William S. Peters Senior or Bill. Okay, he has the he has opening for submissions. Oh, the poetry, the best of 2022. Okay, and opening for submissions October the 1st, 2022, and it will be closing December 31st, 2022. And is publishing for International Poetry Month in April 2023. It will be available for a free download as well as purchase in print. You submit your to Inner South Press in the Inner South Press anthologies at gmail.com. One poem only. You submit your best poem for 2022 that you wrote in 2022, your best poem, and bio of 50 words or less. Picture of the poet, the picture of you. All submissions must be an attachment. Okay. He don't want put in the email, have attachment to it. No information included in an email body will be accepted. Okay. This project is wholly underwritten by Inner South Press International, building bridges of cultural understanding. Okay. And he has okay, y'all gotta check that out. And then he also has it's like a book every month. I forgot to put it down, but it says here, would you like to become a featured poet in the future? It is easy. Now accepting submissions for 2023. Submit to Year of the Poet at gmail.com. 3 poems, picture of the poet, bio of 100 words or less. Um, First come, first featured basis. Okay. This enterprise is wholly underwritten by Inner South Press International, building bridges of cultural understanding. You'll be a featured poet if you be interested in that magazine. It's a book. Actually, it's a book. It comes every month. Okay. I'm planning on submitting both. Okay. Okay. And okay. And does anybody want to come on here? Um. Okay. Does anybody want to come on here? Um. Okay. Okay. Let me put it on here. If you would like to come on, I'm gonna write it down here on. Okay. See if you all would okay. Let me write it down and wait. Oh. Um, um, it's hard to see on this too. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, I got something wrong here. Um. Um. Two. Okay. Two. Okay. Okay. I put it down there in the there. So in case anybody wants to click on it, and you can come right there. Okay. Click on that, and y'all be able to come right on there. Okay. 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 Aw. Hello, Gina. Hello. Hugs to you too, Gina. Welcome. Okay, welcome to Facebook Live, and I'm glad you made it, and it's an honor to have you here. Okay, and if anybody wants to come on here, y'all can come on here, and so click on that link I put down here, and let me know if it works, because I think I read it right. Okay, in the meantime, like I said, there's certain shows I say every week, and I lost my paper, so I'm gonna have to write it down again. Okay. And hello, Gina. Okay. And one of them I would say is Gina, so she's gonna help me because I sure can't remember her name of the show, but because I don't have the paper with me, I lost it, so I'm gonna have to write them all down again. Because hers is one of them. Gina Storm's show is her and Brother O, Nina Purple, and I don't have the address memorized, so okay. And Gina said, "My grands and I are snacking, watching cartoons. Awesome. I'm hoping y'all. I hope y'all have a great time with your grandkid, Gina." Okay. Let me put that. Okay. And here's one of them. Gina is one of them. I always talk about her show. I always talk about her show. So um, I just can't remember the name of it because I don't have that paper anymore. I lost it. I can't find it. Okay, okay, she got it marked down. Okay, POET Monday is on Talk Shoe. Okay, because I used to have the whole address marked down, and I used to know it. Okay, and you can see that every Monday night at 9 o'clock. Okay, another one too. I know Honey Parker was here, and she's another one. Let me see. It's every Monday and Wednesday. No, every Sunday and Wednesdays. Poetic expressions. And before I get to hers, okay, Gina's have DSR All Star Wednesday. Okay, okay. and y'all check her shows out. And Gina is another awesome poet too, so check out Gina. And she's an awesome poet. You check her out, and she's awesome. Check her out. Okay. I don't know if I put that up there or not. Okay, so y'all can see that. Okay. 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 Hello, Elizabeth. Um. Oh, it's Sunday for you all. Wow, y'all must be really further because here is Saturday evening. Have a blessed Sunday to you, Elizabeth. Okay. Wow, I forgot your all time zone is a lot different from us. Okay. Okay. Hello. You're very welcome, Gina. And okay. And Elizabeth, and welcome to Facebook Live here at the welcome to the Poetry Club at the Facebook Live, and it's an honor to have you here. And I can't remember if I welcome you either, Gina. I can't remember, but hello, Gina, and welcome to the Facebook Live, and thank you for being here. And it's an honor to have you here. And like I said, check out Gina's store. She's an awesome poet. Check out Elizabeth Esquera Castillo. She's an awesome poet too, and check them out. And then you got Honey Parker. She's an awesome poet too, and you can check out her shows every Sunday and Wednesdays at 11 o'clock to midnight. And if you want to send your poetry in, and you can send your recording poetry tracks to her, and then you can do that too. And she'll have your poetry in her show, cause her okay. And Gina said Clubhouse, Small House of Poetry Sundays. Okay. Okay. Cause I checked out Clubhouse. I have it downloaded on my app, but it ain't been on there. But I got Poco Shop, and I need to get back into Poco Shop. Poco Shop is not exactly like Clubhouse. Poco Shop, you can either do the video or the audio, either one. And now I haven't done it since I got my new I got a new um what you call it? My mind went blank. Oh. Not a router, not a router, a router. Since I got a new router and it's faster now, so I should be able to do my Poco shot on there now, the video. But I haven't been in there in so long. Okay. And okay. And another one too, check out would be Emilia T. Davis. She's an awesome poet too, and check her out. And Robbie too. And Robbie was on here. I don't know if he's still here, but Robbie is another one. Check him out. He's an awesome poet too. Okay, see if I missed anyone else. And um okay. And Bernadette, and we can't forget her. And she's an awesome musician. We went to school together, and she's an awesome musician, and she's a poet too. So check her out. Okay. And you can go on YouTube and find her. Because she used to do the being in different seen in different places. So check her out. Bernadette Celine. You can find her there on YouTube. Okay. Yes, Robbie said he's still here. Okay. That's Robbie there. I'm still here. Yes. Yes. Robbie's still here. And if you, oh yes, and Robbie is a musician too. He can play them drums. So check him out. If you go on my have a chat with poet Noreen. Cause remember Robbie and I did an interview with him, and check him out. He was playing his drums, and he's an awesome musician too. Okay. Okay. And okay. And okay, we mentioned Gina's show and Honey Parker's and and I mentioned about William S. Peters' two anthology and his book every month for the poets to join. Okay, then who else did I always share every okay, I share oh no. Craig Kirkland. I always share him every week, but he's on the Amadia the Great channel on YouTube, so check him out. And he was having TDP, but I think he was reworking it. And right now, I think he's touring in the United States right now, and you can check him out because he on his YouTube channel. Oh wow, he got films he produced himself. There's so much he has on there. You can see his TDP shows too of the past. You can see that on there. Okay, and one more I show. Oh, Nyla Alicia's. Okay, we can't forget her show every Thursday night. From when Craig Kirkland show starts coming back on, it'll be on every Sunday. I think it's 5 o'clock here. No, 5 o'clock in his time zone, in his time zone, Jamaica, and it'll be I think 6 o'clock in our time. Okay, okay, and then you got Nyla Licia, and she has a show every Thursday night, the Speakeasy Cafe. And if you want to call in, you can call into her show too and read your poems. So it is awesome. Okay. Okay. And oh, one more. It was Max Winnett show. Max Winnett. Max Winnett. Uh, Friend. Flavio. Flavio. I know it's exactly not Max Winnett show, but I say her name because she's a name because I should remember that if I say her name. It was Max Winnett. Um, uh, Blacko. Blacko, Francine, Flavio, and it's called One Shot Poetry, and it was I forget there was another one too. Every Friday at 11 to 12, and it's on YouTube. Uh, oh, I can't think of the name of it. Wow, I can't think of the name of the channel or well, I have to look it up on the YouTube and to find it. Okay, I think that's all I told y'all. I share every week. Okay. Oh, and so like I told you, stay tuned for Dan Boyd's relaunch of the Boyd Chronicles 2, and I'm his first guest will be on there. So stay tuned, and I will give you the link, and so you all can see the podcast. So it is awesome. If you never heard of Dan Boyd, check him out. You can go on YouTube, and he's reading poetry from his book, and you can find his book on the on Amazon, and he is for the senior citizens. So if you're a senior citizen like me, check out Dan Boyd, and maybe you'll get an interview. So he works with senior citizens. Okay, and does anybody want to come on here? Have anything to read? Because I put it on the chat, and it's also in the description. If y'all want to come on to read, If you want to read or you want to sing, you can even talk or have a comment or have any announcements of anything. Oh yes, I don't think I told you all yet, but I have been okay. Brenda Mohammed, she saw my me um hosting and next minute being the co-host of 100,000 Poets for Change 2022, and she sent me a message, said you have a wonderful voice, and she wanted to know if would I accept to be the today seems like I'm forgetting everything. My mind is going blank, and I don't know why. I always had the like Gary said, memory of like an elephant. Maybe because I'm getting older. I don't know. Um, Literary ambassador for USA, for the How to Write for Success Literary Network. And I wasn't sure what to say because I never been an ambassador for anything. So I asked Honey Parker what she thinks. She said yes, go for it. She said you'd be good. So I did. Well, in between them times, I did ask Brenda what would I do? My responsibilities would be. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't have to leave anywhere because I don't have any vehicles. I don't have transportation, so I do everything on the computer online. Okay, um, okay. Yeah. Does anybody want to come on here? Okay. You can come on here and read. And if you don't want to read, well, you can read your poems. But if you want to read somebody else's poems, tell us who wrote it. And you can read other people's poetry as long as you give them credit for it. I have no problem with that. Okay. Um, um, okay. Well, oh, and these are the books I am planning on to read. And I'm not finished with Craig Kirkland's book yet. Don't cry. This is a book I want to finish reading, and I've been busy. I had a lot of things going on. I'm making calendars too now, so and I've been so busy I haven't got back to reading yet. But I already started his book, so as soon as when I finish his book, okay, this is called "Don't Cry" by uh, Craig A. Kirkland. Okay, and then I'll be reading Elizabeth Castillo book called Inner Reflections of the Muse. Then hers next. Okay, okay. Then after that, I'll be reading Bob McNeil's book called Virtues of Realness. To get his book, you have to contact him and send the money to him by the PayPal, I think it was. You can't get this on Amazon. No. And then next one is In Memory of a Banyan Tree by Michael Rothenberg. Hope y'all can see that. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah. Then that'll be next. Okay. 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 Um, and that is it. If nobody wants to come on, and then uh, Well, I'm just gonna close out. Okay, I'm just gonna close out. If anybody has anything to say, anybody want to come on here? And if you don't want to come on here, but you have any announcements, write it down in the in the in the chat. Okay. And remember, oh, I meant to advertise this on Instagram now, because you can advertise this on Instagram now too, because I'm putting on YouTube, because I know there's a couple other people who would like to watch this. So I put on YouTube, so because they can't. Well, my what you doing, Callie? Callie is in my cubby, and my Callie, you can't be in there. That's why I keep all my paper, printing paper. Oh, wow. Oh well. Okay, and oh, by the way, Callie is my baby, my cat. Okay. She started she used to wouldn't let me pet her anyway, wouldn't let me pet her. But I got where I can pet her, because all the other cats I have out in the backyard, they won't let me pet them. They're like wild cats. They're not, they're not, what you call them? I forget the word for it. But anyway, and this one finally came to me and finally let me pet him. And right before the Hurricane Ian, that's when she decided she'll come in with me. Yeah, Pharaoh. Thank you. Um, okay. Um, said Facebook user said Pharaoh cats. Oh, what was that? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, Robbie said Pharaoh cats. Okay. Thank you, Robbie. And this one finally got tame enough, you know. And so at the Hurricane Ian, she wanted to come inside, but the others wouldn't. So she came inside, and she's been staying here with me now. Yeah. You know what? I realized I have my that one thing unplugged, so I'm on the Wi-Fi, and this is still working. I thought they said they don't work that good on Wi-Fi to be on StreamYard, so I guess it does work. I forgot to plug it back in, and it's working. Wow. Okay. And anyway, and she's the only one, so the others are still outside, and so and she kept me company anyway during the Hurricane Ian too. Okay, and okay, anybody else? Anyone want to come on here? Have anything to say or read? And if you have any announcements and you don't want to come on, you can always put in the chat. Anyone? Okay. If anybody don't have anything else to say, I shall close out then. Okay. And oh yes. I didn't want to forget this announcement either. Oh, I almost forgot it. I meant to mark it down, but I didn't. I'm glad I remember it before I close out. Okay, for my birthday month in October, I'm having a challenge. It's not a contest. I don't want to do it. I can't, I don't feel like, I don't think I can do, I don't think, oh, Elizabeth said, okay, wait. Oh. Elizabeth said, I will send something, dear Noreen. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll wait on that, Elizabeth. Okay. And anyway, what I was going to say, oh yeah, for my birthday month in October, and if you write 31 poems and post it on the poetry club, you will get a certificate, and plus you have an interview with me, and I will interview you, and plus you can read your poetry, and we'll do it on Ko-fi. I'll use StreamYard, Then after we do it, and I'll post it on on I keep saying a Kofi, but it's not. It's Coffee. KO dash fi.com/, um no, no, Jerry and Noreen. But I think right now I'm going to put on there for the supporters and the members. And once I get my membership going, working hard on getting some members, then I can do it for the members only. But right now I should do the supporters and the members. Okay, because I want to make sure somebody can see it. And if not, I can just put on Coffee, because I have a lot of people on Coffee.com who will read it too. Okay, and let me see. Um, um, okay. 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 Elizabeth sent Elizabeth Esquera Castillo. She sent her poem called "True Peace." Okay, I'm gonna read it up through my cell phone here. Okay, "True Peace" by Elizabeth Esquera Castillo, and I hope I can read it. Give Elizabeth's poem justice. Hope I can read it good for her. Okay, and this is her poem. As Leo Tolstoy, as Leo Tolstoy once said, everybody wants to change the world, but nobody wants to change himself. How can we attain true peace if we can't be at peace with ourselves first? Real peace should start with you, should awaken your deepest core, which can create a ripple in the universe, to be an instrument of unity and harmony, to end all division, to overcome discrimination, to help heal an ailing world. True peace might be elusive, but it's not a far-fetched dream at all. For the very thing that separates us all is ego, and once we let go of our pride to make amends with one another, okay, peace would not be far behind to happen, my friend. All of these wars are just the cage for us to make a realization that peace is at hand after we let go of bitterness, anger, greed, and pride. Don't think you can't make a stand for peace, for even a tiny pebble on the shoreline makes a huge difference. Heed the call for peace and start embracing your authentic self to be whole again, to be an advocate of a world in peace. Wow. Wow, I love that. I love your poem, Elizabeth. Wow. I have never thought that way before. We had to start with ourselves first. We got to have true peace within us. Wow, this is wow, beautiful, Elizabeth. And it's an honor to read your poem, and I hope I did you justice. Thank you. And okay, and Elizabeth said, oh, thank you, dear Noreen. You're very welcome, Elizabeth. And I hope I did your poem justice. Hope I did read it right. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. She said you read it beautifully. Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, and wow, I should never thought of that way before. Wow, this is shit. Wow, wake up call. We gotta make sure we have true peace within ourselves before we can really get out there and start. Wow, that is awesome. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, and And oh yeah, and about the certificate I'm doing, I'll make it. I won't be mailing it to you like a physical mail. I will email it to you or send a certificate in the your in your messenger. The reason I haven't done this stuff before because I was too scared to ask anybody how they do the certificates. Now I saw some. I was given a certificate by Brenda Mohammed on her group for participating on Peace Day, and that's how I found out. Oh, they're not been sending it through the regular mail. It's by the you had to download it yourself and print it out. That's how I found out how they do the certificates. Okay, and now and that's how I'm going to do this one. Do if you do you have to do 31 poems, and I'm keeping track of them too. Keeping track. So so tonight or if I don't get a chance to read them tonight, anybody's poetry, I'll do it tomorrow. Um, so so bear with me. I'm so much to do, and I'm trying so hard. I hope I'm not doing too much at once, but I'm trying. Okay. And, well, since July, everything's been headache because I've been trying to get that that Medicaid and everything, Medicare, because they start with you about 6 months before your birthday, and so I have a this man, he's been helping me, so get it, and now I got it, but it's still confusing. I got to get used to it. So there's a lot of phone calls and everything else. So that has distracted me from getting back into the poetry club like I want. So I apologize to all. I am trying, but because this is important, I can't miss because here in the United States, and if you don't have it, like I have I don't have poke health care plan anymore, but I did. That's for people who don't have insurance or who can't get Medicaid or Medicare or anything like that. That's for the Polk County people where I live. Well, anyway, and if you don't have insurance, well, if you have insurance, then you don't have to get Medicare right then and there. But if you don't have insurance, and because Polk Health Care Plan is not insurance, it don't count it. Well, anyway, you get penalized. Well, I cannot afford them taking any more money out. So and plus I got extra help. Otherwise, I cannot afford them taking out $170. So I got some extra help where they'll pay that $170.10, and that's a lot of money taken out of your check every month. For me, it is. Anyway, so it's confusing right now. Now I understand what Gary's talking about because it is confusing. Yeah. So hopefully I'll get all this straightened out and then I can relax and get back into more of the poetry club and really get into it like I want. And and Elizabeth said, "I'm glad you were safe from Hurricane Ian." Thank you, Elizabeth. I am too. And because I took everything. I bought me this safe. It's like a briefcase. It's made out of soft material, so I can put my stuff in there. And I took all my other bags in there and put in there with me because that is fireproof and waterproof. So I took it in the bathroom, and I don't think I took any water with me or anything like that. But I just stayed in the bathroom, and then I thought, well, I should be able to come out, so I did. But when I come out in the living room, and I heard everything more worse. So I'm one of the fortunate ones, and all I had was wrong. What happened to me? All I had was a side railing been tore off of the front porch. Well, it's been fixed since then, and I had a lot of trees gone, a lot of tree branches broke off. And then I had all the fence is gone now over here on this side, but half of it is up. And then I had a gate up here, but that's kind of up, but it's not really fixed like it should. But at least that's up. And then and stuff like that. And I'm fortunate. But we have someone like I told you all earlier about Max Lynette, a poetess. She was not fortunate. Her and her sister Denise, they live in Kissimmee. So I don't. We live far away from each other. She lives Kissimmee, and that was the worst area. And she lost everything. And they had to. She told me that Max Lynette said they was rescued by this like a what you call it, like a cup of something, like a not a forklift, but thing they go on. I don't know what you call it, but like a cup. They get in, and they also had a steam. I mean, not a steam, but a airboat too. She had to evacuate, and they lost everything, the whole apartment complex. And I think Kissimmee got the worst of it. Yeah, and they lost everything. And there is a Facebook page for if anybody wants to donate to her too to help them because they lost everything. They got to start over. And next when it might be leaving Florida, I don't know. And it is a scary thing. I remember my first hurricane I've been through was in 2004. And this is next minute's first time too. When is your first time? It is very scary. It sure is. And we had it in 3 times in 1 year in 2004. So it's very very scary thing. It don't matter how many times you've been through it either. It's still scary. So and I did what Honey Parker told me to do. Put oil. I sprinkled the oils got from her. I bought from her and put around the home, and I think that's what helped. That helped. That really did help. And I don't think anybody got much damage around here either, around this area. Because it didn't go through like it's supposed to. It's supposed to have gone through Lake Wells, but I don't really think it did. Because we didn't, over in this area of Lake Wells where I live, I got a flicker of power went out. And they're in downtown Lake Wells and all in the deep part of Lake Wells. Yes, they had electricity go out, but not in this area. Okay. And my mom told my sister a long time ago. My sister told me this. Every time my mom says something, she's always right. She said one day Florida is going to be detached from the United States, from the rest of us. She said it's going to happen in one day, in 1 year. And I thought for sure it's going to happen this time with Hurricane Ian. So I always had that in mind. But it ain't gonna. I don't think it's gonna really bother me because I don't go nowhere anyway. I stay here. I don't go nowhere unless I go to the doctors. But I feel bad for the ones who does go to other states for traveling. But okay, okay, I'm getting okay. Anybody else has anything else to say? Okay, and okay, I'm going ahead and end this and end the broadcast. Okay, and I wanna okay, I wanna thank okay, I hope I get everybody's name. Elizabeth Esquerra Castillo, I want to thank her for coming. Donna Ivan and Kevin Ivan and their daughter and Lucy and my sister Kim Merritt and my brother Richard, my brother Dickie Richard Huggendobler and Doreen and Mark oh no and Brenner Mark Brenner them for showing up, and Robbie and Honey Parker, um, Laura Blevins. Oh, and Laura Blevins is my cousin too. I didn't forgot to tell you all about. She's my cousin too. And Gina Storm. Um um. Let me see. Um Emlia T Davis. Um. Oh wow. I hope I can remember. I try to remember everybody. Oh, and Bernadette Celine and uh um uh I think that's about it. If I miss your name, I truly, truly apologize. And I'm very, very sorry. And I missed your name. I'm trying not to. I try to remember everybody's. Okay. And I want to thank everyone for showing up. And wasn't for you all, I wouldn't have the show. So thank you all. And I want to thank Doreen and Mark Brunner because they're the ones who told me, no, 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 because I was going to quit this one time and should only do the raffle drama only. And Doreen said, no, no. She said, you can't quit. And Mark said, you can't quit either. And so you got to keep doing this because they love it. They love to hear me. So because of them, that's why I decided not to quit and I kept it up. So thank you, and I'm glad I did not quit. I'm glad I kept it up because I'm enjoying it. I love doing it, and this is so much fun. I get, and so thank you. This is so much fun. Okay, and as soon as I get that link from Dan Boyd, I will put it on the my Facebook page and the Poetry Club so y'all can see the link. And remember, if you're a senior citizen, you can get in touch with Dan Boyd to be in his podcast, the Boyd Chronicles 2. Okay, he's relaunching it, and I'm his first one. His first one's relaunching it. I mean, his first guest. Yep. And thank you all. And don't forget the challenge I have on the Poetry Club. For 31 poems you put on there, you write for the month of October and put it on the Poetry Club. You will get a certificate that I will email it to you or send it to you in your messenger, and you can download it and print it out. And you also get an interview. And if you don't want to do the interview, I understand. I know not everybody wants to do it, but I'll do an interview with you, and you can read your poetry. I can put on a copy. ko-fi.com/Gary Noreen site, and I might should do it on YouTube too and put it on there. Okay, and Elizabeth said, you are doing a wonderful job, Noreen. Thanks for all that you do. Oh, thank you very much, Elizabeth. And you're very welcome too. Thank you. Okay. And it's a pleasure having you all here, and it's an honor to see each one and every one of you all here. And and I hope you remember, live your dreams. You're never too old or too young to live your dreams. So keep on writing and keep on reading and keep on. Okay, and thank you all, and don't ever give up. Okay. And I'll see y'all next Saturday at 5 o'clock. Oh, and have a chat with Poet Noreen. It's gonna be our next show is October the 17th, and my guest will be Honey Parker. Will be October 17th at 7 o'clock. So y'all don't want to miss that show. So in November it's gonna be a different because Nida Alicia did not want me to interview her. She wants to interview me. So I agreed to it. So that's how that will be different on November. And then in December it will be Chef Cat. Chef Cat. Okay. And January it will be Soldier Blue Blue, and then February will be Bernadette Celine. And April would be Bob McNeil, if he's up to it. Depends how he feels, because he just had a lung collapsed, so I don't know how strong he is to do it. So okay, and then in March, not any. I don't think I have anyone yet. Okay, thank you all. Okay, you all have a good night. Have a good night, and have a good night, and have a good good weekend. Well, have a great weekend and great night. And I know for Elizabeth and some others, I know y'all not having it Saturday night here. Here in where I'm at is Saturday night. I know some are gonna be on the for Sunday. So okay. So I wish y'all have a great weekend and a great week. Okay. Thank you all, and God bless you all, and we love you all, and thank you for coming. Thank you all. Okay. And this has been um, the Poetry Club Facebook Live with host Noreen Snyder. Okay, in honor of Gary. Okay, my that's my late husband, Gary Snyder. Okay, thank you all. Okay.